Perhaps we haven't met. I'm Discord.
Another chaotic battle!
Taste the scream of death.
Greetings, comrades. This is 88 Gelu, and I'm here with another chaotic deck review. Sorry about the flare. There's a lot of sunlight coming in through my room, and my desk doesn't have enough room on it. So, videos will now be taken from the floor or another surface. So, now that that's out of the way, I'm saying so a lot. So. This right here is a Fasseph deck. Now, generally when I make decks, I don't make them entirely so that they are like really powerful decks. I do my best to make them powerful decks, but I also really like to make gimmicky decks. So obviously this deck is all about Fasseff's gimmick. And that is, when a battle gear equipped to a creature engaged with Fasseph is flipped face up or face down to deal 10 damage to that creature. So, most of the attacks in this deck and several of the abilities are based off of flipping your opponent's battle gear face up or face down so that you can deal 10 damage on and on and on. Now, that only applies if they're engaged with Fasseph, and as you can see, this is a Overworld and Mepetian deck, the only Mepetians being the two Fasseffs. Now, the deck is built primarily on being attack-wise. There is a single attack that involves Wisdom. Other than that, there is no disciplines. The only reason I put that attack in is because I needed one more zero-cost card, and all the guys here have high Wisdom. So his Wisdom is 70, Energy 60. He has the Almar's Projector, which means that he loses 10 energy, but if he were to lose combat, he returns to play on one of your open spaces on the battle board with no music counters. The other Fasseph also has 60 energy and has 65 Wisdom. Oh, the other attack specialities, I forgot to mention this, is Fire, Air, and Earth for support. So, yeah, there's a lot of elements involved. So right here we have the other Fasseph has a Sun Chariot of Kensep. Then we have Gimli. Gimli has Fire and Air, 65 energy and 85 Wisdom. His ability is Fire 5, and when he deals 20 or more damage from with an attack from a single source, he deals 5 damage to target creature. Now, right here I gave him a Brain Amplifier, which gives him 15 more Wisdom, though that's not really important. 5 energy, making his energy 70, and the important ability, whenever he wins combat, he gains a music counter. He starts with 1 music counter. And this is because the primary musicians in this deck are Gimli and Kinayan. I can't even pronounce this. Kiniani, whatever. Because she can cast Mepetian music and has 2 music counters, and he can gain many music counters throughout the battle by winning combat. This Gimli also, because he is Gimli, just starts with 1 music counter, so you could use that too. Now, since we're on to this Gimli, he has 60 energy and 95 Wisdom, and he has a Bronze Flight, which means he has Defender from creatures with range, so that he can protect Kiniani and Garv. Garv starts with 2 music counters, 60 energy, 70 Wisdom, and his ability is pay 1 music counter, flip target battle gear face up or face down. And that is why you don't want to use his music counters for music. He also has a Mepetian Balladier's Flute, so you can sack it and get a 3rd music counter. Then we have Kinyani, but whatever. I'm just gonna call her the ambassador to the Mepetians, which is her title. And she has Earth, 55 energy, 60 wisdom. Oh, Gimli has fire and air, by the way. Garv has none. And she can play both Mepetian and overworld music. And abilities that would heal Mepetians heal an additional 5 damage. And she has a drill dozer for an additional 20 energy, just so in case she gets in a fight, she can stand a chance, because she would start with 75 energy. Now we go to the musics. We have a bonding battle song. When your opponent heals or gains energy from a music or ability, you gain the same amount, which can obviously only be cast by Kiani. So, just like with Armament of Adijo, choose 2 target creatures controlled by the same player. Swap any battle gear on those creatures. Useful for if one of the Fasseffs is going to die, you can switch the Ulmar's Projector to them, and then the other one would get the Sun Chariot of Kensep, and then your Fasseff just comes right back. It could also be used for creating some major disadvantages with your opponent's setup. And then we have a Symphony of Shielding, which will only be able to be cast by this Gimli unless you get one of the 2 Ropa Shack Chime Grids and just for some reason put it on this one. Then we have a Cadence Clash, an Ember Flourish, and a Discord of Disarming. Ember Flourish will heal 15 to any creature with air or fire. And Discord of Flame will give a creature fire, or if they already have fire, fire 5. So this can be used on Kiani if she gets in a battle to give her fire, or on this Fasseph to give him fire. Now, we will go on to the locations. Oh, and because of Ember Flourish, if you use it on any of the Fasseffs, it will heal them 20 because of the Ambassador to the Mepetian's ability. We have 2 Ropa Shack Ocean with no water. We have 3 of the 2 Ropa Shacks in this location deck. Anyway, Initiative Fire, Air and Earth attacks deal an additional 5. If a water attack is played, you activate. You turn the top card of that player's location deck, and that becomes the new active location. Mirage, at the end of combat, engaged creature gains a music counter. Then I have a Magma Dam. Initiative Air. Creatures without fire gain Recklessness 5. I have an Underworld Coliseum. Initiative Speed. All creatures with element type fire deal an additional 10 damage with their first attack. 2 Ropa Shack Chime Grids. 2 Vidov Refectoriums. And a Royal Mepetian Academy of Melee Arts. Initiative Speed. Reduce non-attack damage to 0. Mirage. Creatures cannot be the target of music. And also, I will be using the Bodil's Arsenal that I have on Trading Cards Online. Just so you can get back Ulmar's Projector or Mepetian Balladier's Flute, or also just if you happen to lose any one of these battle gear, it would be really useful to bring it back. And also to ensure that your opponent has battle gear so you can flip it face up and face down. So it's actually a double advantage for you. And now I will move on to the attacks. We have a Primal Smash, Wind Slash for 5 damage and to flip all of their cards face up. All of their battle gear cards face up. Tornado Tackle to reshuffle your attack deck. Earth Shape, 2 Squeeze Plays. Oh, Earth Shape gain Earth, by the way. 2 Squeeze Plays. To look at the top 2 cards of your attack deck, put one on the top and one on the bottom. They do 5 damage, mainly so you can get some of your other flipping abilities. 2 Elemental Oxidations. Fire 5, Earth 0, Water we don't care about. Fire and Earth, flip the opposing engaged creature's battle gear face down. Flame Breach, gain fire. Erosion, 5 damage, 5 air and 5 earth. Air, flip down all battle gear equipped to engage creatures. A Vapor Wipeout. 2 Wall of Flame. Air, flip 1 battle gear face up and 1 battle gear face down. So this can be used to flip back up your battle gear if it gets flipped down by erosion. Or also just to flip an opponent's battle gear face up and then face down and then face up again. Deals 5 fire damage, 5 air damage. Gear Grinds, turn all face up battle gear face down. 2 Consuming Flames for 15 fire damage. 1 Earth Pulse for 15 earth damage, 2 Air Assaults for 15 air damage, and a Quick Exit. For challenge rating Wisdom 15, deal 10 damage. So also another area where Garv is useful is because if you flip your own battle gear face down, you can flip it right back up. Also, I believe Almar's Projector wouldn't be its effects would still be activated if your creature died, even if it was face down. I could be wrong, so someone feel free to correct me. Now, I know that this deck isn't really that great. I mean, if you're going for a gimmick like Fasseff's, it's going to be kind of difficult. So if you guys have any suggestions, I will really appreciate it before I put this deck on Trading Cards Online. Also, here are 3 cards that I considered putting in the deck. An Inferno Gust, 5 air, 5 fire, challenge speed 15, deal 10 damage. The main reason I didn't put it here is because Gimwee's speed stinks, and so does Garv's. Then I have a Gear Glissando, which is flip target battle gear face up or face down. Though I don't know what I would replace it with. Maybe I would replace Armament of Adiago, but so far that's really helpful, so I probably don't want to. And then I have a Song of Shelter. Main reason I didn't put that is because I have Bonding Battle Song, Armament, and Cadence, and even Ember Flourish to kind of help me through any... No, not even that. I also have Symphony of Shielding. I didn't tell you guys what Symphony of Shielding did. That was stupid. Symphony of Shielding. 2 Overworld Music counters. Target attack or music deals 0 damage. Yay! So that's also really helpful. So, yeah guys, thanks again for watching. I hope you enjoyed. Please don't forget to comment, rate, and subscribe. And I will be waiting for any suggestions you may have, either for chaotic decks or for how I can make this deck better. So yeah, guys, thanks again for watching. Goodbye.